Tonight, we begin Week 8 with a good matchup for you here between the Baltimore Ravens and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. They'll start out on the ground. It's Leonard Fournette. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now Brady. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Brandon, we saw these defenders flying to the... last week, and nothing has changed. They're still moving around quickly and forcing incompletions.
A little trouble thus far on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 11. Working from the gun, it's Brady. And he'll get that to Fournette, complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
Boy, a lot of moving parts on this play, but what a nice design to leak the running back out to the left and send him down the field. And a good job spotting him and hitting him for a big play.
Fakes the give to Fournette. Now Brady. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down. The Bucs at 3 and 4 on the year coming into play. They come in losers of 2 straight, so trying to turn things around here.
And you just mentioned 2 straight, and when you're talking about 2 games, that's nothing to panic about. They feel like they've been a little bit unlucky in the last couple. This is a club that's more than capable of turning things around, and I expect them to play really well here.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. Now Brady. And this one caught by Cameron Braid. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens 40. It's a pickup of 15 and a fresh set of downs. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the 1st, Charles.
And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage.
Fournette, a 1st down carry. And some room to work. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. With these Thursday night games, sometimes you get those quick turnarounds. You wonder how a team's going to start. They started really well.
Everyone's always wondering, going into a Thursday night game, who has their legs, who has the overall health of the team. But mentally, if you get that early edge, the other team might think to itself, oh, it's been a short week, we're not really ready to go. You might run them into the ground that way. That's why getting that early score means a lot.
Taking it about the 1. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 22. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. He's got his man, it's Andrews. And he is out of bounds right around the 34. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
When you get a big tight end like this, sometimes it takes more than one man to bring him down. Oftentimes your best bet, just jump on and hold on and wait for your teammates to arrive to help get him on the ground.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Our first carry for the rookie from LSU, Ty Davis-Price. And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35. So, Charles, offensively, this group really playing at a high level, 7-0. We're still a long ways from discussing a potential unbeaten season, I think. But to use a golf expression, no blemishes on the card, at least to this point.
Yeah, unlike my teenage years where there were blemishes everywhere and the dermatologist was on speed dial. But I do think that they're going to have to start answering questions about this start if they keep winning games. You and I both know, we in the media will start to obsess about it and wonder, can they take it all the way to an undefeated season? Partner, when we call a game, we talk about Lamar Jackson and his speed and his elusiveness and the ability to get him on the ground, how tough that is for a defense. But how about his development as a thrower, as a professional?
They go play action now. Jackson steps away. And this will be well too low for him to bring in. It's incomplete.
Offense was moving it a little bit, had them back on their heels, but they earned a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try and mount a stand before they're backed up even further.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And now the Bucs deciding to take a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Second and 10. They'll run with a late signee in camp. This is Kenyon Drake. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
When you're lateral to the line of scrimmage, linebackers keep those shoulders square so they can go up and down. But when it's time to go, turn your shoulders just like a running back. Get through the line and hit the runner in the backfield.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Returnable for Grant. A nice job getting free on the return for 13 yards. And the Bucs will get ready to go on offense. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they are losers of 2 straight coming into this Thursday night game. Is it more difficult, CD, when you take a losing streak into a quick turnaround game like this?
It certainly is, because you don't get time to work on the issues that you've had throughout the season that have caused you to have the record that you're having. You can't really get those set. So now you're trying to minimize those and maximize what you've been doing well. And I remember a game recently where one of the assistant coaches said to the head coach, forget our running back rotation. This guy has a hot hand, and they rode him to a victory. Those are things you have to look out for in games like this.
And he is going to lose yardage here.
Charles, when you talk about free safeties, I think one word comes to mind, range. And we saw an example of a rangy free safety right there.
And one thing about a play like this, if it's slow to develop, it can turn out poorly. And this play was definitely slow in developing. And that was one heck of an effort to sprint over there and get the man down before he can make anything happen.
And now maybe they want some extra time to talk about this third and long play as we'll get a timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
We're backed up here. Tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
Throwing is Brady on third down.
The pass is caught by Cade Otton.
And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
And that's well executed there on third down. And I love the confidence that they had to let their tight end try and find some space in the middle of the field, right in their quarterback's line of vision. And QBs love to make that easy throw, and they hooked up there for...
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay.
Leonard Fournette.
His 10th touchdown of the season, second of the game.
And the Buccaneers are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Another impressive drive, so they're 2 for 2 touchdowns. Charles, a great start to this ball game for them.
And one of the words that's really worked its way into our lexicon is stacking. They've stacked momentum each time out, and not only on offense. Between those touchdowns, defense held, forced a punt to get the ball back, and they've played awfully well in this one. Both sides playing at optimal level.
Extra point put through by Succop, and that'll make the score 14-0. It's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
Fields it right around the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
As mentioned, this one of the hottest teams in the NFL, riding that winning streak into this one, but now playing here on Thursday night. Do you think that this helps or hurts their momentum?
Well, ordinarily, I'd say it hurts the momentum because now you get that short week. But when a team's playing as well as they are, it actually allows them to down focus and only worry about themselves and less about their opponent. So when you're playing well, you just worry about the things you're doing well and let the opponent deal with that.
Second down, and again, it's Davis Price.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
I have to admit, I'm excited by that play call and the end result because this is a team that's down big early in the first quarter, and a lot of teams will just panic, abandon the playbook, and just start firing the ball all over the place. It's way too early for that. Stick to what works for you.
Down double digits, and we talked about their game plan being both running and passing there. You're right. They're sticking to the game plan, getting the ground game going.
A lot of football left to be played.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they're having panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Davis-Price on 1st and 10.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
But not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Another touch for Davis-Price.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Andrews. And he'll get 7 yards from the 17 to the 10 before he's taken down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete. I hope we give enough respect to the big guys up front because they have been getting it done on this drive. The holes have been large, and they've been barreling through them, picking up first downs.
They'll run with Davis-Price.
And he's brought down right at the 5-yard line. Give him 2 on the play.
The yards may start getting a little tougher to come by down here near the goal line. That's good work defensively. They're on 1st down, holding them to a short gain.
And the ball smack dab on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. And still plenty of time remaining here in this 2nd quarter. Second down and goal. Jackson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7.
Well, Brandon, as they say in popular culture, this one's going to leave a mark because they can see the end zone, but it'll stay out of reach because of their error. All their offensive teammates have to give the quarterback right now, offer a little bit of encouragement because what's done is done. Let's get them next time out.
And able to get it across the 20 before they get to it.
109 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the 2nd quarter.
That throw by Brady incomplete.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. Up the gut, Fournette. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. He's having a big game running the football, but that one will hurt the yards per carry a little bit.
Yeah, but the average he's got so far, that's the type of average he wants to take with him to contract negotiations, doesn't he?
To throw is Brady. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. Fielded just inside the 30. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good return there, 17 yards. And the Ravens, they'll take over. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
Gets it out wide to Davis Price.
And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
First down, and they go right back to Davis Price.
And he's swallowed up right near the line of scrimmage. Akeem Hicks that time on the tackle.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. To throw is Jackson.
That's complete. It's Devin Duvernay.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Catch number 44 on the year. It's a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Now a throw here to his running back.
And they're going to get this down inside the 15. Second down, here's Davis Price.
And they'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Ty Davis Price with his 4th rushing touchdown on the year. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half.
Tucker with the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
This fielded right at the goal line.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line. The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started.
And with a 14-7 lead, they might just be happy to take this thing on into the tunnel.
They fake the handoff. Now Brady. Being chased out left. And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Marcus Williams. It's almost like you can see the look of frustration on his face. 4 interceptions last week. We talked about it all week. What did he do wrong? And another one here in the first half.
And you can understand the frustration. You actually feel his pain a little bit. But the worst thing he can do is what you're seeing right now, showing the other team that he's frustrated. All they're going to do is double their efforts to make him even more frustrated. He's got to gather himself, compose himself, and keep fighting.
Well, he talked a lot about erasing that loss last week, getting back in the win column. We'll see how he responds.
That's tremendous field position that they were given following the turnover, but they've still got work to do to get the field goal range, and the coverage we're seeing isn't going to make it easy.
Jackson now on 2nd and 10. Forced out to his left. Looking left side, Andrews with it complete.
And they are into field goal range now as he's got the first down at the 26.
Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1. They go play action with Jackson. And his throw is incomplete. That is the first time that they've targeted him that he has not come down with a catch.
He's caught everything that's been thrown his way. A dominant pass receiver that can break down any defense, because when he's doing that kind of work, it really hurts you on the back end.
And even though it's an incompletion there, I think they're going back to that well. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Jackson. And that is incomplete. So 17 seconds now on the clock here.
And partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Again, Jackson. And looking for Andrews, but this is intercepted. It's Devin White, the linebacker. And the Bucs are going to have the football here at their own 18-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching a bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
So we've hit halftime here in Tampa with the Bucs out in front. As we toss it an hour or so east of here to Orlando, it's Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gunn, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the 3rd quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one. It's through the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Jackson now. Flush to his right. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
I did like his decision-making there to make sure they picked up something instead of forcing the throw. Now they got more manageable play coming up to try and pick up the 1st down. And don't rule out the possibility that he just keeps it and runs again.
Jackson looking to throw on 3rd.
And that'll be checked down to Drake.
And he will have a Ravens 1st down. They needed 3. He doubled that. He got 6.
And that one was a lot of fun right there because that was the game within the game. 3rd and short, blitz was on. What's the key for the quarterback? Get out of your hands in a hurry. And that was a quick little completion. Got the job done for a 1st down.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
On the counter, Davis Price.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
From the 40 now on 2nd down. Jackson. Oh, he dropped it. They were looking for him in the middle 3rd. He couldn't catch it. Now 3rd down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
On third down, Jackson. And that's going to be incomplete. The contact there enough to jar that ball free, and it brings up fourth down. The Ravens send their punter out now as he'll kick it away for the second time. 46 on his first kick. This one in that neighborhood as well. And a little too much mustard on that one. It hits a couple yards into the end zone. A missed opportunity there maybe to pin him back. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Fights forward for only about a yard up to the 21.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
Second and 9 now from the 21. Again, it's Fournette. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line.
121 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. On play action, now Brady. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
Here's Brady. He's got a man complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens 40. That's good for 28 yards.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a first down.
Meanwhile, Brady's throw complete to Otten. They'll get it inside the 20.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
Inside handoff down to Fournette. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
How about that, partner? That happened in a hurry. Sudden, explosive, gets into the backfield and spills the play.
And he was AFC Defensive Player of the Week last week because of plays just like that. This will be the 8th play of the drive. It's 3rd and 7. To throw, it's Brady. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17.
Justin Madubuike working his way to the quarterback that time. So Brady departs, and on is Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal.
Succop's kick is good. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7.
So the lead grows here incrementally, but I think the way their defense is playing, you feel okay with just getting 3.
They've definitely been stout so far, but now that could all change because if one guy gets loose for 70 yards, this is a different game. But as it stands, field goals are good. Just keep adding to that lead.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. Stopped at the 24-yard line after a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there's a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Play action. It's Jackson.
A quick throw knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Throwing is Jackson.
He gets this one to Davis Price.
Nothing can stop him. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore 1st down.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Now Jackson.
This throw taken in by Isaiah Likely. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So from Buccaneer territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. They go play action now. Jackson. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Jackson. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10.
And he's going to be pushed out of bounds inside the 10-yard line.
It's a big play there for Baltimore. 41 yards.
We see this happen so often. If you're a defender, it's like watching a bad movie over and over. The pressure's good, forcing the quarterback out of the pocket. But it's a lot to ask for these defenders to stay plastered to receivers long enough. And sure enough, they let a man come open, and the connection leads to a big play.
And they'll get this from the 8 to the 5. Pickup of 3.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get ahead of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on 1st down.
Davis-Price gets this one out of the gun.
And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. 3rd and goal. Keep in mind, very possibly 4-down territory. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete.
Oh, nice defensive effort there, providing the hit as the ball got to the receiver, separates him from the catch, and normally he's a sure-handed target.
Tucker's kick is good, and they're back within a touchdown. It's 17-10. All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3-and-out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
And he returns this to the 22.
The Tampa offense ready to get their drive started. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty... And look at this! They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession of the football. A few things better than a big man interception. You can always tell right when they get the football, there's that level of excitement and nervousness, and also like, what the heck do I do with this thing?
And you say, no better sight? Well, not for the quarterback who just threw it. It's bad enough to throw a pick, but to throw one to the big guy? But you're right about that. Now what do I do with it? But what's fun about it is, you know they're going to be in the film room after this ball game, telling all their teammates, maybe I should shift over to offense. I've got skills. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely. I always find myself cheering for them after they intercept it. Unfortunately here, he couldn't make it into the end zone.
They'll go again here from the 10-yard line on 2nd and goal. Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it.
So a costly INT in the end zone, no less, puts the brakes on their potential scoring drive.
So many teams stick with the passing game down near the goal line because they see it as an extension of what they do between the 20s. But as we said many, many times, the further you drive, the more the field shrinks. And that was a nice job of making a play on the football and coming away with the interception.
Here's a throw to his running back. It's complete. And they're going to get this all the way out past the 20. A big play that time on the catch and run. And it'll move the chains.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Stopped by the safety, Kyle Hamilton.
Now, the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession, so they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Brady bounces forward on the jet sweep. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play. An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 2nd and 11 now. Brady airing this one out for Evans. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted.
And the Ravens are right back in this football game.
If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
Oh, he bowls over him. And he's brought down, but not before they get it across the 20-yard line. Play action. Now Jackson. And he can't quite bring it in. Might have heard footsteps there across the middle. 2nd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. The Bucs with an extra defender now in the secondary here on 3rd down.
Jackson to throw. That is caught. Bateman.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
Now Jackson.
And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Back-to-back incompletions, but we know this is definitely 4-down territory. Time not on their side. I don't think they want to try and get the 1st down in 2 installments. I think they got to go and get it right here, right now.
Now play number 7 of the drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 10.
Here's Jackson.
It's complete to Drake.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48. Throwing. Jackson. Now this goes out wide for Drake. And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game.
2nd and 2.
From the gun, it's Drake. And some space here.
Yeah, maybe a little over pursuit there as he's able to take this down to the 25-yard line. Jackson.
Looking left side for Watkins, and he's got it. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
It didn't check off every box, but the most important one. Got the clock stopped, getting out of bounds. They may be a little short of the 1st down, but I thought that was the key.
Jackson. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete.
And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Now Jackson.
Gets it out wide to Davis-Price. And the Ravens are going to have 1st and goal coming up as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 2.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon, and it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a 1st down. So now on defense, you assign a man to him and try and cover him before he gets going.
And this ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
Yes, sir, that touchdown puts him in striking distance. And let me tell you something, forget being conservative here. Go for it, go for 2.
Well, going for it on the road. Want to win it right now.
Want to win it right now, have the momentum, go ahead and get it done.
Don't forget the extra point. It's up and good, and we may very well be headed to overtime. 17-17 the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And a short kick taken at about the 16.
And he's going to get this across the 20 as he's out of bounds at the 23. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. To throw is Brady. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
So the Bucs going to have a chance to go down and win it. They'll get the ball first here in overtime. And no return here to begin the overtime session. That'll be a touchback. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. All set up for them right now, Charles. Opening possession of overtime. They've got the football. They also obviously have this home crowd behind them in a big way.
They get that extra energy from them, but they've got to be careful not to let that adrenaline get away from them and play too fast or create errors of their own making. Use that energy, embrace it, but make sure they channel it the right way. They've got a chance to go downfield, score a touchdown, and end this game.
At the 23, it's 2nd and 12.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady. Oh, and it's intercepted.
Picked up by Jalen Armour-Davis.
And he will bring this back. It's a pick-6 and a Raven touchdown.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go on the road and get a victory, and that's exactly what they accomplished here today.
Oh, the trip home so much sweeter, isn't it? All the noise they heard before, how tough it is to win on the road, how tough it is to play in this stadium, how hyped up that crowd's going to be. They just used it as fuel, came in full confidence, believed in themselves, and got it done.
So for the Ravens,
they continue to cruise as they move to 8-0 now on the campaign.
And they'll get a few extra days to savor this one before